Thank you, Devin, for the wonderful speech. Riverside has developed a tradition each spring of asking our seniors which faculty member they would like to deliver the keynote address at our commencement ceremony.
Much like the tens of points that separate all of us in our class rankings, this too was a close race, as we are fortunate to have so many great faculty and staff members who have made a difference in our years at Riverside.
Our keynote address this year will be delivered by an educator who's known not only at Riverside but internationally due to his renowned website called Freemanpedia, a resource that is used regularly by teachers of AP World History in their quest to bring the very best instruction to their students. This gentleman's ability to capture the interest of his students with each and every one of his lessons, alongside his wealth of knowledge, sense of humor, fun classroom discussions, and sheer talent in empowering students to make meaningful contributions to the world is rather remarkable.
Just in from a flight from Kansas City, Missouri, where he served yet again as an AP grader for the World History exam. He'll beat Rob Deans in a chess tournament every time, and you won't forget it. He's dealt with a man who's never lost a game in his life, and he's enjoyed many fun facts about the great state of Sudan. Here to deliver this year's keynote address for the class of 2019, please welcome our very own comrade Benjamin Freeman.
All right, good morning. Good morning. Privyet. There it is. Class of 2019 guests, family members, distinguished guests, faculty and staff. There he went. Congrats to Bill on being a co-valedictorian. He's been here 4 years. That's the most anyone's ever heard him speak. I didn't know what he sounded like. He sounds like that. Seriously, Jordan, though, being co-valedictorian with this group is a big deal. Isha, as she walks away, you are the sweetest person on the planet, so I don't even know what to say for that introduction. Thanks a lot. So, all right. As I look out across the field today, the class of 2019, I'm reminded of the 2018 blockbuster film, The Black Panther. Y'all left last year's speech in here. Anyway. All right, before we get started, you may have noticed when I walked in, it's a good one, all right. When I walked in, my shoes. So special shout out, Nico Cho, Austin Kane. They got me these, you can't see them from where you're sitting, you're in a different zip code. They got me these Jordans, told me to wear them, they told me to flex them? Is that, am I flexing? There you go, all right, so there you go. One more quick thing. Mr. Anderson read through a list of all the prestigious universities and service academies and all the great stuff you guys are doing. But I think special notice needs to go, what is it, Yale, Chicago, MIT, UVA. That's impressive. But special notice needs to go to Emily Schumacher. Are you here today? She will be heading down to the beautiful upstate South Carolina region to begin her studies at the reigning national champions, Clemson University. Congrats, Emily. We're all proud of you. Go Tigers. All right. So, all right, I figured I'd start with something unconventional today. The class of 2017 wanted wisdom, so they chose Miss Davies. Last year, the class of 2018 wanted inspiration, so they chose Mrs. Storga. I'm not sure why you picked your sophomore world history teacher / Russian elective history teacher this year, but here we are, so, you know, you get what you get. Today's supposed to be all about the graduates, all of you. Congratulations, but I thought another group here deserves a little recognition, so I'd like to ask the teachers to rise. Stand up. So think about how many times one of these people has gone the extra mile for you. Think about how many times one of these people has given you a shoulder to cry on. Think about how many times these people have made you laugh. Think about how many times these people have made your day. When Old No was here after school or after practice, that was for you. When Benson was here before school, that was for you. When Jen High was here for her 90th review session of the week, that was for you. When Halleck marched you through this parking lot in Civil War formation to attack my truck, that was for you. When Dr. DiNicola did everything, that was for you. When Kevin Brocious, I mean, at some point, he must have done something constructive to help one of you in some way. That was for you. When Lynn Davies took you from a lamb to a ram, that was for you. So we are all here for you. We are only here for you. We are not here for them. Sorry. We're here for you. We put in countless hours, trainings, meetings, review sessions, practices, before school gripe sessions. I just mentioned some stellar educators that inspire me every day. I'm really in awe of what this staff can do. I come in every day and get nothing but support and encouragement from these people, and that's a credit to the staff Mr. Anderson has put together, so give them a round of applause. How long would, okay, sit down, yeah. How long would you have stood up if I didn't? Y'all can sit down. There's nothing that compares to getting to work with these people who are twice as good at your job than you'll ever be, and learning them from them every day is inspiring. I would never tell them that in person. Just know they're pretty decent. So do me a quick favor though, now that they've sat down. Graduates, close your eyes. Okay. Shouldn't have seen that. Think about your favorite teacher. It could be a coach like Plank or Brady, or an administrator, not Frew, but one of the important ones like Miss Fraze. Think about the one who impacted you the most, the one who made a difference in your life. Sorry, some of you are thinking of Kevin Broch's, I should clarify, positive impact in your life. That's on me, that's bad teaching, so open your eyes. Now, I didn't know I was going to be a teacher at my first Riverside High School graduation in 1998. I also went to Riverside High School in Greer, South Carolina. I didn't know education was my path. I never got to thank my inspirations in person. I didn't thank Mr. Ferguson or Miss Fisher or Miss Stanley. I was a sophomore at Clemson before I realized this was my Dow. So, one more homework assignment before you leave today. These teachers, when they start playing the music after you've gotten your what have you, are going to try to sneak out very quickly and run back to the building, which is our sprint. They are eager to sign out. It's our summer too. So don't let them get away. Let them know the impact they had. You don't have to physically chase them down. But never stop showing your appreciation for people that help you. These people have helped you. So in some way, tweeted them, at them, do that. So Black Panther, decent film. Not a real hero. These people do superhero feats on the reg, so thank them today. Alright. I was told on Twitter by Kirk I had to say this, so one more time. Fact of the day. I do a fact of the day. This is my 16th high school graduation that I've been a part of. This is my third here at Riverside. I had 11 when I was over at Stonebridge, and I did 2 others at the other Riverside in Greer, South Carolina for me and my brother. So I was intrigued 5 years ago when I heard they're opening a Riverside High School. I was like, hey, I went to Riverside High School. So I met with Doug. He doesn't remember, but I met with Doug in the corner office of the admin building. He was looking over football mascots and choosing the Ram, which I think was a good choice. I was at Stonebridge. He's headhunting teachers to start a new school. He was like, hey, I heard Davies and Alex said you're the greatest teacher they've ever seen, and I want you to join the Rams. So, you know, but he didn't say that. He said it as like, hey, the Ram fam needs to jam and rock on, and, you know, you've met him. So, that sounded to me like one of my old personal heroes who used to be a principal over at Stonebridge. I don't know if you guys know the Loudon legend Jim Person. It sounded like he was singing the same song, so I was all in. I jumped right in. So fast forward to today. This is it, Mr. Anderson. You were right. The class of 2019. You guys are the fruition of Mr. Anderson's promise me to 5 years ago. Can I say you're my favorite class of all time? Is that? You're top 15. You're top 15. That's good. So again, congratulations. You're officially 16/16th through your high school career now, so you finally completed the fraction. So, yeah, so look around. This Riverside is amazing. I love this Riverside. This is the Riverside you promised. This is the Riverside of, and he told me not to say this, but at Kevin's weather. Kevin Abbott was either the most popular kid in school or the least popular kid in school on any given day in the winter. Nice work today. This is awesome. Well done. Good one, Kevin. I'm not sure if you remember, but 2 years ago, in a tragedy that would have really hurt us all today, especially, we almost lost Mr. Halleck in the graduation sweatdown of 2017. Moment of silence there. It was a close one. This is the Riverside of Moon River Productions. I don't know if you ever got out to a play, but man, these kids are talented. Darnell, Gutierrez, the Cappies speak for themselves, the whole crew. I tried to do the math, which means this is wrong, but every athletic state championship that we've won is represented by one of you sitting here. That's a bold statement. So, and maybe one more on the way. Connolly, Swank, Murray, work on that. This is the Riverside of Mitchell Pelkey. Is he here today? Ah, there he is. In the back. When you asked me for an interview for your YouTube channel sophomore year, I was like, who does this guy think he is? And now I get it. You're Mitchell Pelkey. This is the Riverside of Sammy Yang. Get to say that one more time. That's great. Where's he? This is the Riverside of Counselor Scott Valier. This is gonna be weird with you not here, Nick. I don't know where you are. This is gonna be weird with you not here in bright green. It's gonna be weird with you not here next year, man. I heard that, and I thought it was a lie. That's the build. I could get up here and talk for days about the impact you have. I love this Riverside. I could go on all day. The class of 2019 has really left their mark. You are the template. This is what I want future classes to aspire to be. You guys are it. However, having said that, you weren't always the GOAT. I met you 3 years ago. Teachers, parents, back me up here, but there's some kids out here that would have gone straight into college from middle school. I'm looking at you, Jackson McCummings, Victoria Dunkel, Rod Deans, Isa Rouse, CJ Butts, Taylor Musa. You guys were fine. You didn't need any of us. You would have been fine. I could list everyone who stood up. You guys are all great. They're not all perfect angels, though. Mr. Anderson told me not to call out any kids by name unless it was a strictly positive, congratulatory manner on a day like this. But you guys have given me a microphone. So I'll start a new, completely unrelated paragraph here. Ian Todd Chapel. I know you're on the end. I saw you on Aries. You were the kid teachers didn't want on day one. You challenged me every single day. I won't get into the history of it, because there is. I was constantly asking myself, why am I doing this? Like, what is the purpose of this job? I'm not sure what skill you possess to get under my skin, but you are the Steph Curry of that skill. Like, you are phenomenal at that. That was sophomore year, though. Over the years, you transformed from that kid to part of what makes Riverside actually great. Fast forward 2 weeks ago, seniors leave as soon as they possibly can. They were mostly gone. You didn't have to be here. You barged into the room like you did sophomore year, but this time with good intentions. You walked in, gave a fist bump, big hug, big thank you. That meant a lot, thank you. That's Riverside. That's what we stand for, and I think that's great. So, when you leave the schoolhouse today, when you leave the schoolhouse today for the last time as a student, do me one more favor. Take us with you. Take Miss Meyer's attitude. Maybe not all of it, but take Miss Meyer's attitude. Take B.R. Jones's joie de vivre. Take Mr. Campbell's chill. Take Mr. Geddes' common sense. Take Fru's sense of humor. Take Dr. D. Nicola's can-do attitude. Take Anderson's laid-back confidence. Take Sammy's attitude. I'm walking, or flexing, in your shoes right now, literally. I ask you to do the same. Do us proud. This has truly been an honor. Spasibo. Roll side.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Freeman. We'll talk later. He does still work here. It is time for us to say our final goodbyes to our friends from the class of 2019. I ask the audience to please support the dignity of our ceremony and to temper your enthusiasm by refraining from the use of air horns and noisemakers. We want to be able to hear each and every name clearly so that each student receives the recognition and dignity they deserve. Students will come to the stage in rows. Members of Riverside's faculty will read their names. All right, so everybody that's coming down to read names, come on down, and we'll get set up, and we'll start handing out